You hate ads? I hate ads. You know what I like? Patreon.com/inkdependence keeps this channel ad-free. Hello folks, welcome to Inkdependence. I'm Mike and this is Anderillium Blue-Ringed Octopus Blue. This ink is real nice. I have tried several of these Anderilliums now. I think I have the whole collection. Not all of them were given to me by the brand, but this one was. So thank you very much, Anderillium, for hooking me up with these little bottles of ink. This is a half-ounce bottle. I don't know if you can buy these outside of like some sets and that sort of thing, but you can also get this in a 45 ml like jam jar, which I think is really cool. So check these out. They're handcrafted inks made in Tampa, Florida. That's pretty neat. They've got good themes. Look at that octopus. Love the art. Dig it. Let's see how this ink works though. All right, so here is Anderillium Blue-Ringed Octopus Blue on Nebula Casual Note. Really liking this paper for my reviews. Nice bright white, really good for fountain pen ink. Definitely check this stuff out. The flow on this ink has been perfect. I love the way that this ends up looking from this here pen. This is my Schaefer Legacy. This is one that Jim Rouse had done. Schaefer OEM parts and franklin-christoph body here. Real nice italic-y sort of stub nib on this pen. And this ink is great in here. It's been here for quite a while and I don't know if I can change it. We'll see. But looks really good. It's bright, it's cheery, it's blue. It's one of my favorite blue areas in their color wheel. Really dig it. Flow, perfect, no problems. Performance, pretty darn good on the copy paper, as we'll see here when we get to our other papers. Qualities, I said it was bright, mild shading, a little bit of sheen. You don't really see much of a sheen. You see it every once in a while. It'll happen. There's some here in the Fs. There's a little bit here, but it's not a super sheen or anything like that, but you do get that a little bit of shading, not a whole lot. Really nice sort of saturated ink, and I've been digging it. So yeah, pretty darn cool. Let's do our water drop test, and we'll take a look at some other papers. We'll take a look at some chromatography. We'll take a look at some inks that are sort of like this. Let's get some water on here. How does this octopus like water? I'm gonna predict it doesn't like water all that much. And you can see, yeah, a lot of it's coming up. The water has turned very blue, and the words are looking faint. So let's see what we've got left here, if anything. All right, so yeah, a lot of this came up, and it's pretty well gone off the page. This octopus would rather not be underwater, so try not to spill stuff on it. No real permanence on that when it comes to water. Here's a chromatography strip for this one, and yeah, it started out down here. There's nothing there between there and where the dyes ended up. So yeah, cool, just pretty much blue. It's just a really nice blue dye. No water resistance there, though. All right, so on copy paper, this is my Staples 20-pound, 30% recycled copy paper, and this is from that kind of italic-y stub nib on there. You get a little bit of feathering here and there. There's a couple of places, like right there, you see a couple of feathers, but no big deal, and really no spread. You can still see nice, like, sharp angles on a lot of these from that italic. A little bit of bleed through, but honestly, no worse than anything else on this paper. It's pretty good, especially from a larger, wetter nib like this one. So yeah, pretty good on the copy paper. This is on Marmon Croquis paper, which is another one of my favorite papers to write on with fountain pens. Very nice, very smooth, excellent with fountain pens, nice and white. Really like this stuff, and it looks great on here. I have no complaints. It's maybe a little bit lighter appearing than it is here. I think it just maybe didn't soak in quite as much or something of that nature. But yeah, really good, and of course no bleed or anything like that. This is good paper. So yeah, looks good. A little bit more shading here than you have on the Nebula Casual Note, but yeah, just real pretty. And here are my wheat straw paper, which is kind of like sugarcane paper. This Inky Fingers Currently Inked book. There it is, right there. Looks good. Looks a little bit darker here, which is interesting. Kind of a little dustier than it does on some of this other paper, but yeah, still looking nice. Lastly, Tomoe River here in this Galen Leather Everyday book. There it is right there at the top. It looks very good on Tomoe River. I mean, what doesn't, right? But you do get a little bit of sheen. You get a little bit of edge shading, which is fun. You don't see that on every ink. Yeah, it looks great. Good, consistent color. Dig it. All right, let's take a look at some things that are kind of like this. I have several inks here because this is an area of blue that I really enjoy. It's kind of this nice, bright blue. And I've got a lot of inks in this category. I just keep getting them. I can't stop. So this is Anderillium's Blue-Ringed Octopus. This is on on a Colodex card. Actually, it looks like I already got it. I also got a sample of this from my friend Kimberly. So this bottle was not the first I got. Looks really nice on here. Yeah, of course. Of course, it looks good on there. You can find a link to this down in the description. Private Reserve Naples Blue. This is the newest formulation of Naples Blue that I'm aware of. It's pretty darn wet, but same kind of color family going on here. Naples Blue was one of the first inks I had, like one of the first bottles back when I first started doing fountain pens a long time ago. Still a nice blue, but very wet. IWI Colors of Nature, Slight Heat. This one is a little bit darker, and this ink, I think, does a little bit more bleeding in general than some of the others. I don't think it's quite as well behaved as Anderillium, but very similar sort of color, a little bit deeper. Kala's Air Force, which I haven't gotten in a pen yet, but this one looks really cool. I like these Kala dye-based inks. Then we have Inkabara's Foggy Blue, which I have reviewed previously on this channel. And this is a really nice ink from the Czech Republic, and a little bit lighter than Blue Ringed Octopus, but definitely in the same kind of area, but definitely a couple shades lighter. Then we have a couple of real good ones here. Schaefer's Turquoise, which I think is pretty close. You can't get Schaefer Turquoise anymore. They don't really make this exact ink anymore. And then you have Irisuzuku's Konpeki, which is one of these all-time bangers of inks. A little more sheen on this one, a little bit lighter than Blue Ringed Octopus, probably a little bit more prone to shading than Blue Ring is, but definitely same kind of area. So if you like this area of inks, I think this is really cool. So thank you very much to my friend Kimberly, who sent me a sample, and also to Anderillium, who sent me a little sample bottle of this. I appreciate it. Check this out wherever Anderillium inks are sold. I know Anderson Pens has just picked them up. Lots of brands seem to be getting Anderillium, and that's great. I want this ink to be out there more in the public consciousness, because it is real nice. They have underwater themes. They got some bird themes we'll see here soon. So good stuff. Thanks very much. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're this far in. You get more ink videos, pen videos, that sort of jazz. Hit that like button if you liked this video, and comment down here and say what's your favorite light blue in this area, because I'm thinking about my favorite inks lately, and this one is pretty cool. All right, until next time, peace out.